welcome to the League of Melanated Gentlemen podcast. A little behind the scenes info. Had to redo that intro because that first time was rough. And the best part is you will never hear it.
I thought you had like a little stroke or something there for a minute.
Yeah, I accidentally muted it in the middle of it was stupid. Anyway, I'm Spenser, one of your hosts, and it's a pleasure to be here today. I'm joined by the other two melanated gentlemen, and they are here to bring you another episode of just pure joy and fun. And, we may or may not challenge our melanated status.
Trent facts. This is Brandon.
And yeah, I completely agree with what y'all said with that. But this is Jordan.
So, as you know, or you may not know, perhaps this is your first time here. So, for those of you who don't know, we got to tell you. And for those of you who do know, if you haven't done it yet, you should. Jordan, can you tell them where they can find us, where they can talk to us, where they can let us know how they feel about us?
Yeah, so we got Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all under the same name. It is the League of Melanated Gentlemen podcast. You can find us there. You can also rate and review us on the wonderful, Spotify, Apple Music, Stitcher, whatever you use. Be sure and rate and review us on there. And where else? We got episodes coming out this week as well. We have, Brandon's podcast, Wrestling with Worldwide Willis, his weekly wrestling podcast where he, talks all the events and matches and gives his top fives on, certain things within the world of wrestling. And not this week, but the following week, we will have DC Animation with Spenser and friends. What episode are you on now, Spenser? I believe
it'll be episode 12.
12? Okay. What movie dropping? What are we watching?
For episode 12, I do believe that it is Batman Year One.
Batman Year One. So, once you hear this, you can go and watch Batman Year One. And then once that episode drops, then you can go and listen to Spenser and a friend recap the movie and give their thoughts on that. So yeah, that's what we have.
Okay. And so with today's episode, what I said earlier will make sense shortly. Brandon, can you please tell the people what we have going on today?
Yes, sir. All right, folks. So, as you know, the League of Melanated Gentlemen, and I hope folks understand the definition of melanated. Maybe you don't. If not, go Google it. But today we're going to be playing a game called I'm Black, but such and such. So, like, essentially, each of us will present 5 or however many number of prompts, and then we'll add in our thing. So, for example, I'll say, I'm Black, but I don't like peach cobbler. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll all discuss, the status of Blackness within that particular topic. Is it Black? Is somebody wilding when they said it? Things of that nature. So, each of us will present it. We'll go through it, discuss. Should be a good time.
Now, for the record, this is for funsies. We do not subscribe to negative stereotypes that are directly associated with Blackness as a group. At least I'm speaking for myself. I know that I don't. I don't know how Jordan feel.
Yeah, I will definitely say, like, out of all the episodes of coming up with ideals, this was the hardest one for me to come up with. So I'm curious to see what these other two guys came up with, because I am going to be challenging their Blackness.
Jordan is way too black for us.
Yeah, Jordan is toxic Black uncle.
Or we'll see. Yeah. But yeah,
I am definitely judging y'all.
Yeah, I want to be clear that, at least speaking for myself, I do not subscribe to negative stereotypes, and I am here just for funsies and a good time, but I acknowledge that there are certain things that are generally associated with Blackness, and I also understand that there are ways that one can have their Black card revoked.
Facts.
Yeah.
All jokes, but yeah, it's just gonna be funny.
It's like it's jokes, but like also.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of them things where it's funny because there's a little bit of truth underneath. But yeah.
So we got some Black cards on the line right now.
Now, Jordan, what I would like for you to do, there's a trend on this podcast where anytime Jordan does an order for a draft, Brandon is last. Sometimes I'm first, sometimes Jordan is first, but I think pretty consistently, at least for the last several drafts, Brandon has been last. And for today's order, it's not a draft, but I want Jordan to run the same program that he uses for the draft order, and I want to see if Brandon gets last again.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's going to be very interesting because I have no idea how that happens. It just happens like that.
Oh, okay. It's crazy. I'm not stupid. You know what I mean? A coincidence, maybe once, maybe twice. Every draft, I'm last.
Yeah, like 3 times in a row is like, okay, what are we doing here? But like it keeps happening.
Yeah.
And we've been draft heavy lately. So it's been apparent.
Yeah, he's been trying to like share his screen just to add some transparency. Still doesn't work. I still end up last.
I mean, I try. So let's get to the order. And actually this one is a little different. I was trying to find the one that I always use. But it was a little tough. So we shall see how this one goes. So we got an order. And look at that. A whole new website. And
it didn't even randomize them. It's just the same order you put them in.
Oh, it is, huh?
Oh, broke ass website.
I want that original website because okay. If you can't find it, that's fine. But I want that original website because the one with the wheel.
All right. Let's talk to it a little bit. How do y'all feel about these last few drafts? Because we don't really talk about the drafts after the fact. Y'all believe y'all won?
I mean, you always believe you win with your picks.
You know where I sit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Disney. If I'm giving an outside perspective, analyst share, right? To me, Spenser did a good job, but I don't see the what is it? The Emperor's New Groove song. To me, that's a little like it's good, but like, is it a game changer? No. To me, you know how I feel about Moana. Now, others obviously feel differently. So that one I'll give it to. That one I'm out of touch on that one. But I'm like, I feel like I had no misses. And then Emperor's New Groove, to me, it wasn't a miss, but it was sort of like you know what I'm saying? But then he still, for some reason, got more votes than me.
Yeah. I think that it's a situation where that song doesn't necessarily come to people's mind because they don't think of the Emperor's New Groove when they think of songs. They think of the movie and how hilarious it is. But for the people who listen to the episode, because we have snippets of the song in there, I was banking on people hearing it and be like, "Oh, I forgot about that. That's fire." And because honestly, it is. Like, again, the only reason it doesn't occur to people is because the movie is not a song movie. And it's the same with Zootopia and Try Everything. Like, that's not a song movie. So people don't think about the song. People think about the movie.
That's true.
Whether the song is good or not. And so I planned on people being like, "Oh, what song is that?" And then they hear it and then they're like, "Oh yeah, that's a good pick right there. That's a sleeper pick." So we call that.
Hold on. I see that, Jordan, did you get a vote? Did you get one vote in our Facebook group?
I mean,
for the 1%.
On the Disney song draft?
Yeah, I see he has 1% here. I'm like,
Did he
who the
vote
hell?
for himself?
Jordan.
Why would I stoop that low? Come on now, fellas. You guys think that low of me?
You voted for yourself on the most recent draft, but okay.
That's
Okay.
fake
For some
news.
reason, yeah, it doesn't show you have any votes, but it says you have 1%. But
On
anyways,
mine, it's
Okay.
showing 0%.
okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess we could say people join the Facebook group. We see those polls go up, listen to the episode, come back and vote.
Yeah.
So, all right. Are y'all ready to see the order?
Yes, so ready.
Yeah.
All right. This is the moment everybody waiting for. And first, I did not want to go first because I feel like some of mine are a little. We'll see when we get there. So I'm going first. So
Mhm.
now
No,
we need to
surprise,
see.
surprise.
I know.
Oh man, breaking news.
Looking good. Brandon is looks like Brandon is second.
Finally. Even though this isn't a draft episode, this really
Yeah, so
doesn't help me much.
It
but-
really doesn't matter. But I wanted to see if it just
Right.
didn't like your name.
Bro, I thought that was like a Trump website or something for a sec there, bro. I was like, what is going on here?
Nah, that was CaptainAmerica.org. That's all.
Hey, chill. Chill.
So
Aren't those the same
all
thing?
right. I know.
Whoa,
I know.
Sorry.
slander. Let's chill. Fake news.
All right. So I'm starting first. Like I said, I just want to preface this again. Like this was very hard for me. And I have one that I'm going to do last that I think might trigger a lot of people. And I saved that one for last. So I just want to throw it out there. So
Okay.
my first one is I'm black, but I can't dance all that well. You know, I feel like I'm getting old. My knees be hurting when I be trying to dance a little bit. I got rhythm. Don't get me wrong. I got rhythm.
Okay. I was about to ask. It was like,
That's the thing.
I got rhythm.
I know a lot of black people who they can be on beat. They just can't do the moves well.
right.
And for me, my lower body just don't move. Like my wife tell me all the time, like, bro, move your lower body. I'm like, I got the upper body. I can get down with the upper body. Just like my knees, they be all crickety, and I need some oil on them and everything. So it just don't be moving all that well. So yeah, I be looking straight funny.
Your shoulders
So
be active.
whenever, bro, I be stressed out. Like back in the day, we used to go to the club. I be stressed out because I'm like,
Bro.
yo, everybody gonna be probably watching me. Y'all know, even though I'm drinking, nobody else is gonna be watching. But then my mom like, yo, they probably looking at me. They probably laughing at me. Like, look at that dude.
Bro.
Like,
That's a different level of nervousness. You be like,
Yeah, this
a girl want to dance. You be like, let's go against the wall real quick. Hold on.
I need that wall to hold me up. You might knock me down or something. That would look real dumb.
Bro, you had to, bro, if a girl's dancing on you, bro, you had to lock in. You had to hit them squats real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
Sometimes, depending on who she was and what she had going on, you may need to have a friend to help you brace.
Bro, you need some support, bro. You got to bend the knees a little bit.
Yeah. Because you done got broke off.
Yeah. And then I'm the dude who fell on the ground getting broke off, and then boom,
bro,
that's it.
that's it. Hella embarrassing.
Yeah, you will never get another one again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Funny, though.
Do y'all know how to dance though?
I can dance. I'm not the best dancer I know, but like certain songs come on, I'm hitting that mug.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was funny. Me and Spencer was literally at work. We was getting some lunch or something, and we heard a song. It was a Taylor Swift song, but they had the volume so low that all we heard was like the beat. So then we thinking it's a certain like dance song back in the day, like dance song. We about to start hitting that joint, and then we like, yo, is that? There's no way they playing that. Like,
no. And so I listened harder, and I was like, no, that's Taylor Swift.
Yeah, but I literally was like, Spencer, is that such and such? He looked back at me and was like, wait, hold on. And then we was both about to start hitting that joint. But yeah. But yeah, I can pretty much do like all the like popular ones, but yeah, I'm not like a dancer, none of that.
I can crank a lot of the things.
Yeah.
I was like, well, like on like TikTok, like they be they'll randomly show somebody dancing or something. They try to get all their co-workers and friends to dance, bro.
Yeah.
I bet not come to me because TikTok be real stiff.
TikTok does upper body dances, so you could do it. You could be a TikTok.
I can get the little thing with the shoulders. You get them legs going. I'm like, yeah, that's where you call me at.
So you can't stanky leg.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I could do that. That back to the songs we grew up on. I can get that. It's these newer songs now. My knees don't move like that no more.
Wait,
I never
so
could jerk.
at a family reunion, wedding, like, you know what I'm saying, electric slide, come on, what you doing?
Oh, I can get the electric slide. Like
Okay.
it's just like if I got to start moving my legs too much, then like
I mean, electric
so for
slide's a lot of
instance,
legs. I mean, I guess it's just
I
steps.
can get that one. But like for example, like we play a lot of Just Dance in my house,
Yeah.
and so my lower body don't be moving like that, and my upper body just be moving a lot, and that's really what it is. It'd be my knees, man, my ankles,
really
my
funny.
whole just legs.
That's funny, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's mine. Brandon, what you got?
It's a good start. Good job, Jordan. I'm proud of you, man. Good job. All right. Mine is I'm black, but I listen to country music, bro.
Oh, that's unforgivable.
Bro, I fucks with country music. Anybody out there, actually, I'm proud to say, you're seeing more and more black people listen to country music. But, bro, I really do.
Country music is just rap music now.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. But like, bro,
like country
Morgan
music,
Wallen,
it really feels like the country music that I've heard recently anyway.
It
feels like
that,
it's just rappers with a southern accent.
No, I feel like country music also
banjos and 808s. Like
boom, boom. Yeah, it's definitely
that's what country music is today. So,
but you listen to Morgan Wallen or Luke Combs, or there's a few other dudes out there. Chris Stapleton. I mean, he ain't really country. That dude he can go to any black church and be fine. But yeah, like dudes like that, kill, bro. And my biggest thing is black people don't understand history. We created country music. We created the banjo. Has African roots. A lot of the country instruments come from Africa. So like we started the whole thing, then gave it up, and then now it's like, oh, black people don't fuck country music. It's like, nigga, we created it.
We don't. No,
but we created it.
Nothing.
What do you mean? That means we like gave it up for some societal norm type stuff. When it's like, nah, we created this shit. Just like we created a lot of other genres.
I mean, I think that every American music genre came from black people, at least in its origins, because that's the case with jazz music, that's the case with rock music, that's the case with pop music. Like all of it originates with black people. So any American form of music, you're welcome.
No, either freaking country songs, all they do is talk about their truck. I got a big wheel in my trunk. Like they talk about the truck.
Bro,
they talk about some. I got horses on the ranch. Like
bro. The reason country music is
Negroes
good, bro,
on the farm. Like no,
see, that's
Jesus,
this is what I'm talking about. The ignorance, bro. It's not even if you listen to like good country music, bro. It'd be about if you got a girlfriend, bro. It'd be about love stuff. It'd be about being in the country.
Sister and a lover.
No. It'd be, bro. Especially that's my also one thing. Like I feel like black people don't embrace the country. Like there's a lot of black people from the country, bro. Like I know a lot of people in the South is from the country, but they be like, nah, I'll fuck with country music. I'm like, nigga, you live in a bunch of grass.
That's a different type of country, I feel like.
And that's another, historical thing that people have changed. A lot of cowboys were black.
Thank you. The name cowboy comes from black people. They call white people cow hands. They call black men cowboys. And then that's when it became a thing. So like people don't know the history and be like, oh, that's white people shit. It's like, no, it started with us. You know what I'm saying? It's just we gave it up after a while.
I will tell you, back home where I'm from, I will definitely see people pulling up on horses quite a few times.
It's normal. Go to Spenser.
Versus pulling up in a car. Yeah,
I've been on the east side, and there have been like,
Bowley Rodeo,
that nigga on that nag.
Bowley Rodeo, bro. We out here.
I can't get behind country music, man. I can't do it unless it's like Lil Nas X. Or
nigga, that's not country. That's not country.
Yeah, bro, that's country. We had a whole discussion when that song came out.
We did.
That was country music. That was country.
Nah, they did him wrong.
I was gonna say that's one thing. I don't like the fact that the people who are, I guess, in charge of country music, decided that he didn't qualify.
Yeah, that was what. Yeah, that was wild.
That was messed up, especially after they didn't care about it until it became popular. Then said it ain't like that was messed up.
I was saying because ain't that the whole reason? What's the dude on the song with him? Toby Keith.
Billy Ray.
No, Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray Cyrus. Yeah, wasn't that the whole reason he hopped on there with him is to make it, to make people say it is country? Exactly.
And I mean, eventually it was considered, but like, yeah, it's a whole thing. But that's later. That's like a different kind. I'm talking about like country and more, but it's a lot more black people in country singing like the normal country way, not like big like 808s in every song.
But yeah, maybe I need to catch that kind of country, like the 808s. That's what I need.
Bro, listen to Morgan
country
Wallen.
Is now.
Bro, I'll send you a song. You listen to it. Let me know if you like it or not. Whatever. But yeah, bro, I fuck the country, man. It's good stuff. And it's not. I mean, some of that shit's toxic. Let's be honest. Just some of them folks is wearing KKK masks, low key. But I don't listen to that stuff.
That's what I assumed all country music was. To be honest with you, but hey,
honestly, a lot of country music, at least from what I've heard, is heartbreak.
Exactly. That's what most of it is.
I got my girl in the truck and she broke my heart. I got my horse in the back and we're pulling up. Yeah. I did hear a song with Kevin Gates, though. Kevin Gates was on some country song recently and it was pretty nice. Yeah.
I remember nice. I remember when Nelly like attempted to cross over.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah. That's a lot of the same stuff, bro.
Yeah.
It's just that dudes that can actually sing.
Okay. Going from what Jordan mentioned earlier, I'm black, but I don't like the Cupid Shuffle.
Okay.
I have a love-hate relationship with it. Yeah, I can see that.
Like, it's just there are far superior line dances, and maybe it's a situation where I heard it too many times and got tired of it. Yeah. Because there was a point when like it didn't matter what kind of event it was, like the Cupid Shuffle was being, broke out for it, and I just don't like it. I would much rather Cha-Cha Slide.
Well, the thing is too, they put so much pressure on, like everybody around you puts pressure on you to do the dance with them because everybody's going to be doing it.
Yeah, it's a group thing, and I'm like, no, I don't want to Cupid. Like people get mad at me for not Cupid shuffling. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that shit. Let me know when we bust out the Cha-Cha Slide, and I'll be in there. But like the Cupid Shuffle, I'm not gonna say it's my least favorite line dance because I'm sure that there are some that are worse, but I'm just not a fan. When you look at the electric slide, when you look at the Cha-Cha Slide, even when you look at the wobble,
I was literally about to ask you.
Wobble 10 times better.
Yeah, they're just better options, and so
I think a lot of old black people. I think a lot of old black people just love the Cha-Cha Slide, like because it's like such a simple thing for them to be able to do, and that's really what it is.
Well, the Cha-Cha Slide, you have to listen to know what to do,
right?
Like you unless you've memorized it, like it's not the same thing over and over. It's you gotta. Sometimes you gotta stomp once. Sometimes you gotta stomp twice. Sometimes. It's the left foot. Other times, it's the right foot.
That song has definitely crossed over because I remember going to a daddy-daughter dance and like they was in that thing, and of course all the white people was off beat, and I was like, "Yo, you supposed to be facing this way. Why y'all face backwards? Like, y'all ain't facing the same way." So it's definitely transcended.
I never forget the first time because I remember when Cupid Shuffle like came out as a song and it was just like it wasn't hit like that. Bro, I remember going to my first like white people wedding, I guess, and that joint came on. I was like, wait, what? And then they was running to the dance floor, like, let's go. Hey. I was just like, wait, what? I didn't know this was a thing. Like,
and I think that may be why the Cupid Shuffle is so easy, so that it's accessible for everyone.
Yeah.
Because I mean, being honest, the Cupid Shuffle, I mean, I don't know why, but when I think of the Cupid Shuffle, I think of like the Hokey Pokey.
Yeah, I can see that.
Simple, I get that though.
Yeah, but like none of my cousins, like my black cousins' weddings, like nobody's doing the Cupid Shuffle. Like ain't nobody like
we're doing the wobble. We're doing the wobble now though. That's
we in the wobble. We playing Nuck If You Bug. We playing all kind of crazy stuff. But we ain't playing
Nuck If You Bug, huh?
I mean, that's
Nuck If You Bug got a line dance.
Yeah.
I ain't done that one.
Yeah, we definitely hit the Nucky go just to hype everybody up. But,
or even
so you want fights at the wedding?
Yeah. Yeah,
I will
we
say
getting
one of the
rowdy.
hype songs where everybody's in the group I do enjoy doing is "Man, I Got That Swag," the swag.
Oh yeah,
surf.
yeah.
Oh, I
Swag
love
Surface.
doing that.
10 times better than the Cupid Shuffle.
Yeah,
But a lot of people don't know what they're doing.
One of my favorite songs to be in a group for is OG Bobby Johnson.
OG Bobby Johnson. Talking about that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It gets real ignorant, and I love it.
I have not heard that song in so
I ain't
long.
either.
It gets really ignorant, and I love it. Like we played it at my wedding. Oh, it was a good time.
I would have had a good ass song. Yeah, I haven't heard that song in so long. But that's
so long.
I feel like ours, we definitely you got to throw in one of those where it's just like it just turns into a club. But yeah, Cupid Shuffle. Yeah, I'm not a fan either.
Okay.
All right, Jordan, what you got for us?
All right. Here's another one. And this is one of the ones where I wish I can do it, but every time I start to go, it's just so bad. But I'm black, but I can't rap, and I would love to be able to, because I'll be feeling the bars. I'll be like, yeah, I'm about to come out spitting hot cars. Like I'm like, oh come on, I just try to rhyme bars and cars just now, and like every time I try to go with it, I just can't do it. And I'm like, yo, why can't I rap?
Like, you could. It sounds like you just can't freestyle, and
I mean,
that's a very particular skill.
Yeah, like most black people I know cannot rap.
Yeah, like I don't know. I only know a few who can.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that's. I mean typically it's associated with the us's, but no, I don't think that's inherently a black thing.
Yeah,
I mean, just to be able to have the ability to rap. I mean, like maybe because I grew up on like watching freestyle battles, and maybe that's what it is. Like I want to just be able to spit bars, and like I just want to walk up on somebody like, yeah, your mom stink. Yeah, I put it in the pink. Like, yeah, I just want to say some hot bars or something, and it just never works out. Yeah, I was looking to see that was terrible.
Counter, yeah, like it stinks. So you wanted to, okay.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I want to be able to do that, but I just want to be able to dance, put up on somebody dancing and rapping at the same time. But
you fucking 2000 Chris Brown.
Chris Brown, yeah,
nigga, what?
Chris Brown is one of the most talented people I've ever seen. You can't just wake up and be Chris Brown.
Yeah, bro. You asking for a lot.
Now, I will say, I understand where you're coming from, because I do vividly remember at the lunch table, if somebody had a pencil, oh yeah.
See, I was the pencil. See, I was the pencil guy because I couldn't rap. Like, oh, Jordan, get it, Jordan, get it. And I'm out here looking stupid trying to start rapping. Like I got one bar, and that's it.
Yeah, no, I never. They because they go from one person to the next. All right. I'm passing it to the like I'm passing it to such. I'll be like, nah, fam, no, I'm ducking that. I'm ducking that one.
I can't freestyle. Like I can absolutely, like, you give me some time, I could maybe write something.
Yeah, exactly.
But you want me to freestyle? Absolutely not.
No.
Speaking of writing, so when Waka Flocka first dropped, he had what was that Waka Flocka song he had? Let's do it. Okay. So I really love that beat. Mm-hmm. It took me like 6 months to come up with like probably 2 bars of that. I thought that was gonna be some hot fire. And I was like, yo, I cannot rap. And like I tried to rap to it, try to show somebody it, and I was like, yeah, this ain't you, man. This ain't you. It took me so long to just come up with some stuff that was fire. In my head, I thought it was nice. I don't know why I can't rap. I thought all black people can do it.
No, it is absolutely that's a skill. And that's one of the things about rap music. I feel like there is a misconception that it's easy and that anybody can just do it. But
anybody can do it now. Anybody can do it now.
These I mean, these mumble rappers, but I mean,
they're not rapping though.
They're
melody, and then a melody. They're not rapping.
I thought I could be the next J. Cole or something, but nope.
Yeah, like I think
that's a skill
because it's literal poetry, and that's not a skill that everybody can't just write poetry. There's a lot required for that, and to then put that poetry to music coherently is that's I would argue that that's a skill, and I feel like it's not something that anybody can just do. And that's not just because I'm not able to do it. Like most people can't do that. Honestly, people I think that comedians would probably be some of the best rappers ever because they have the ability to think on the fly and they have the ability to improvise and they have the ability to think quickly as far as freestyling goes.
Like Chocolate Dropper?
So yeah, like I mean, but I've always said I think comedians are some of the most brilliant people on earth. But
yeah.
So
whatever.
Let me ask you. So Spencer, can you rap? Because I heard you either got to be able to rap or play sports, play ball.
No, I cannot rap. It's not a thing I do.
Damn. What about you, Brandon? Can you rap?
No, not at all.
You play ball though, so I get it.
Yeah, but no, I never had the ability to like quickly find a word that rhyme up the last end of the word. It's just like
I'll be trying. I'm telling you, I try all the time. My wife gets so mad, but I try all the time.
Yeah,
it just don't happen.
That's a specific skill.
Brandon, I'm not gonna skip you, but I do have on here. I'm black, but I don't play basketball. Since we're talking about it.
Oh yeah,
we can get to that one. We can get to that one
yeah.
when it comes up again, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, my next one. I'm black, but I hate like gangster TV shows. Like I hate Power. Snowfall. What's the other one? Ghost? Was it Ghost?
Oh yeah, Ghost. Yeah.
Yeah, all that shit. I hate that shit, bro.
I thought Ghost was in Power.
It's a spinoff,
show, right?
Oh, he got his own show.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't watch them either, so yeah.
I don't watch any of them, but I just, following niggas on.
You don't like
socials.
Empire?
Yeah, like none of that, bro. I'm just like, bro, what are we doing? This is trash. Like, no creativity. Let's just follow some
Isn't
niggas.
there a strip club one too?
Yeah, I think so.
I have no idea. All I know is 50 Cent about to come out to you, Brandon. That's all I know.
Hey man, congrats to him. That man about to make an MCU universe of gangster TV shows. Like he about to just run it back. I'm just like, this ain't constructive in whatsoever. Like, I'm kind of cool on it. Not saying everything I need to watch needs to be constructive, but it's like, all right, bro. I'm watching the nigga sell some weed, and then he gonna get popped. And then his little homie he got a loyalty between his little homie. Nah, bro, I'm good. Like, I'm straight. The Wire did it perfectly well, cool, great. But I'm kind of over that, bro. Like that's the whole street life. Like, come on, man. How many niggas we know nowadays really living street lives? Like,
that's because we're lame. That's because we're lame.
We have the luxury of not having to deal with that.
We in the burbs.
Because I was gonna say, I'm sure that we got some cousins. That,
yeah, I said definitely still got cousins.
I mean, but
we in the burbs, bro. That's all it is. We some.
But I'm saying, like, they ain't like drug overlords. They just niggas. They got a little weed man they go to. Like that'll make you street. You know what I'm saying?
Allegedly.
Yeah, hey, it's legal now, so they're fine. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just not into any of that. Like, I know a lot of other people like. It'd be like, I'll go on a date with a girl. She'd be like, oh, yeah, Power. You know about such and such? I'd be like, nah, man. Nah, I don't know shit about that. I know Ghost because somebody says his name. But, like, I don't know nothing about none of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, all that stuff is kind of trash to me.
Well, and I mean, there's a long line of, like, hood movies that I think a lot of people enjoy. But
yeah, I feel like, yeah, back in the day, I mean, yeah, it definitely was a thing, but like I feel like it tapered off, and then now they're coming back as TV shows, and it's like they're just not. I'm cool off of it.
It may just kind of follow the trend because there were a lot of hood movies when there was a lot of gangster rap, and it feels like there are cycles of things because, well, I mean, are rappers still like? Because I hear about the occasional rappers dying behind drug things, and I'm like, right. Nigga, you have money. What are you doing?
That's what I'm talking about. This shit is like, it's not promoting anything, but it's also like, they talking about like the good, the highs and lows. And I mean, they're gonna say we're trying to teach them the lessons of being a drug dealer, but I'm like, nigga, you could have said that in a sentence. You'd have to make 15 episodes of this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's dudes dying all the time.
Yeah, I guess it's and if there are people who are living, because I guess we're trying to have everybody be able to see themselves on screen. And so if there are enough people who are living that life, then, but I'm not able to speak to it, but it does feel like a fictionalized version of reality. And, because I've never seen it, I don't know if it's kind of an over exaggeration or hyperbolic kind of what life is like for some people. But I don't know. I think I've had the luxury of not living that life, honestly.
Right.
But I know there's some people who live in a neighborhood with the weed man, and a person that claims to be the best rapper in that area, and a Mrs. Johnson who lives a couple doors down.
I had a Miss Johnson in my neighborhood, and
I know you did.
He was trying to rap. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep.
Definitely had a Miss Johnson. That's crazy.
Maybe a grown man who rides a bicycle.
Dude, the other day. Oh man, I don't even want to. The other day, I had to get on my mom's Ring doorbell because some dude came a ring on her doorbell on her bike, asking, "Does she need her yard cut?" Like, bro, you ain't even got no lawnmower with you. What you doing? Like, yeah.
And then there's also an older lady who will ask you why I see you at church Sunday.
I don't think I didn't have that one. I didn't have that one. We had the Candy Lady though. I used to love go to Candy Lady. But I will say I don't watch any of those shows just because I don't really care about those shows. Like it never piqued my interest to even watch them.
Yeah, it's just, and I guess maybe because like we're into more like creative stuff. I love history. I love a biographical type of stuff. It's just that type of stuff. I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Like I don't think there was much creative juice put into that.
I think I might be in that same boat. Like I started a show and I was like, am I only watching this because it's a Black show or because I'm enjoying it? And I realized like I'm really only watching this because it's a Black show. Because I prefer Black shows that don't do that. Like Insecure.
Yeah.
Like that's more close to reality in my opinion.
Exactly. That was just
like it's literally just regular, normal Black people that are having like struggles that aren't, life-threatening.
Yeah, they're like adult struggles. They're not like, what I mean, nobody, it's very relatable. Whereas that stuff is like, it's not really, I mean, for a lot of Black Americans, especially nowadays, like a lot of Black Americans or middle class, whatever, like, we're not relating to
but I mean,
smoking somebody for the,
there is something for everyone because just like, there's for the white shows, Breaking Bad and The Office are very different shows. Yeah, Duck Dynasty, like those, like people who can relate to one usually don't relate to the other one quite as much.
Yeah.
And so, it's the same thing here. But I think that, I mean, honestly, I feel like Tyler Perry's the one who tried to get away from that.
Yeah. He probably reverted a little to the other direction.
He does incorporate some of it. Like, there's always somebody in his movies that's like, oh, we're not supposed to like him because he's about the life.
Tyrone came to Thanksgiving this year.
And the problem, Tyrone.
Yeah, the problem is Tyrone gonna look like me.
Right.
But his braid's gonna be wild.
Oh yeah,
braids gonna be crazy. His hairline gonna be wild.
Yeah, that's true. Like
no taper, just
nope.
Just placed on top of his head.
Exactly.
Not secure.
His edges is gonna be straight, no line up. It's just gonna be like, Tyrone came in. It's wild to me.
Yeah, or he'll be bald, or so he'll look like you.
Exactly.
We're Tyler Perry villains.
Exactly. Facts. That's facts.
That's good. What you got, Spencer?
I guess I can go. I'm Black, but I don't play basketball.
That's a shame too.
I mean, I see what you're, but I was gonna be like, is that a thing? But I know throughout your life, people assumed you play basketball. I know.
Like, because there have been people who have just said to me, like, you are wasting everything. And I'm like, thanks.
Yeah.
So let me ask you for the audience, is it just basketball or is it all sports?
It's pretty specifically basketball. I'm not an athlete by any means.
Do you know how to throw a football?
I know how to. It's
that didn't look too confident. That was like I know how to like kind of toss it a little bit. I don't know how to a spiral. I could throw. I
mean, it's not gonna be like it's gonna wobble a little bit, but like I can't throw like a perfect like it's gonna be wobbly, but it will spiral. But I'm definitely not an athlete. There are some sports that I can play pretty okay. And like there's some sports, there's some sports that I enjoy.
Yeah, you like it. You like volleyball.
Volleyball's fun.
You give me that volleyball vibe,
yeah. Like I have a great time playing volleyball, and I'm not great at volleyball, but I will get out there and have fun. I will put my body on the line.
I can see Spencer just straight face diving for it.
Oh yeah, you can ask the people. Like I will say I'm not gonna play that hard today, and I will end up in that sand every time. And I don't know why.
You don't get it. Damn it.
It's like you've been there.
You pull up in the jeans, everybody else got on shorts. He like, let me play.
Be killing everybody.
What sport I do play is bowling.
Oh yeah. Spencer Spencer's hilarious to watch bowl too.
It's okay.
Spencer, I do an impersonation of you every time we go bowling. Like if it's me and like Roy and all them, I do an impersonation because you have your like your bowling bag, you have your own ball. It's a whole thing. It's a whole production, and it's hilarious. But no, you're nice.
So Spencer, if we join like a 3-on-3, basketball league for charity, are you gonna roll with me and Brandon? Would you play with us?
Y'all wouldn't want me to play with you.
We gotta do it for charity, give back to the community.
What I can do in basketball is play pretty okay defense. But
I mean, you foul. That sounds like you're gonna be a fouling everybody. You'll be hitting them hard. That's what that.
No, not necessarily.
I'm like, give me that shit.
Yeah. What I am really good at in basketball, commentary. Yeah, my commentary game is strong. Get me on the mic.
That's also me. That is also me. I commentary everything. That's me for sure.
Yeah, get me on the mic. I can commentate the hell out of a basketball game.
Yeah.
You would have been perfect for the and 1 days, huh?
Oh yeah.
That's funny, bro.
I love an and 1. I love watching an and 1 happen. It's the most passionate that you will ever see someone get.
Yeah.
If somebody gets, like they will go Super Saiyan. Like it's
and miss the free throw.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. That's funny though. I mean, I know I kind of can relate because, like, obviously I don't be like walking around being like, yeah, I play sports, but like there be times where like I'll walk into a grocery store and an old white man be like, hey, you play such and such sport, right? You play football, you play basketball. I'll be like, I mean, yeah, but like,
you should be like, I play competitive chess. Like, we talking about?
I should have been like, nah, I was.
No, there was one time, my dad was somewhere at a steakhouse, of course, and he was sitting at the bar minding his business, and some older white dude sees his fire department ring,
and
they're like, so who'd you play for?
That's what I mean, bro.
And then he'll look at him and be like, no, I didn't. And then it happened enough where he just started naming, like he was like,
that's what I would have did.
Yeah, he eventually was just like, God, 94 Cowboys.
No, I would have been like, nah.
I knew I recognized you. I was at that game. Yeah, they'll do all that.
No, I would have been like the 87 spelling bee. Like that was me. Like I got the ring off that. I would have sent some dumb stuff.
Bro, there was some time. So I don't think I ever told y'all this, but at our job, I was speaking to someone like pretty higher up, and when I was leaving, he was like, "Man, first time I saw you, I thought you were the offensive lineman for OU. I was gonna walk up and say, I was like, wait, what? Like, like." He was like, I thought you were such and such and such and such. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, you don't even know if I play a sport. You don't know nothing. But yeah,
she's like, nah, that was the other nigga.
Nah, bro, but it's definitely assumed. So I get it, Spencer.
Yeah, and it's mostly because I'm tall.
And
Yeah.
black.
Well, yes, the combo, like tall and black. Because if people look at my hands, then they're like, "Oh yeah,"
Right.
but no, sorry.
That's tough. Like literally everybody I grew up with played basketball, so that's tough.
I tried it, but I didn't like it, so I stopped doing it.
Yeah.
I just imagine Spencer just getting crossed right now, and I almost just died laughing. Like as soon as Spencer get crossed and fall on the ground, oh, that'd be.
No, bro.
I
I
feel so
never can picture Spencer being bad at anything. Always the funniest thing is like Spencer going out there and being the best. That is what a comedy is. Like Spencer walking out there at lunch, basketball, coming through, just beating people shit off the glass. Like, give me that shit. Like, that'd be hilarious.
That would be wild. That would be wild. He got a
funny.
headband on and everything.
Like on your head. Ugh. Just like dunking on somebody. Like, that'd be good.
Okay.
All right. My next.
Whoa!
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
you're right.
Spencer. That was me. Yeah, calm down.
My
Calm
bad.
down.
I'm used to going last. My bad. I'm usually going after Spencer. My bad.
This one to me is a little weak, but it's something we've talked about before. I had to kind of get this one off before I get off my real controversial one. But I'm black, but I'm a nerd, and I feel like, and we talked about it before many times, that in our black community, being a nerd is always looked down upon. Like it's not cool to be a nerd. I mean, we talked about it plenty of times. It's just not cool.
I think things are getting better now. They're not good, but things are definitely getting better. But yeah, there was like when we were in high school, it was unacceptable.
Bro,
Yeah.
it was a layup for dudes to clown you.
Oh yeah,
A layup. Maybe like,
and that was me.
That's the thing.
That was me.
I didn't care. I wanted people to come to me. Now that's one area where like I could never freestyle by any means, but like let's not get into a roast. Let's not do that. You don't. Those are not problems that you want.
I don't even want those problems. I'm just not gonna tell people I was a nerd back then. Like, no, I just wasn't gonna do it.
By high school, I'd already suppressed it so low to where it didn't even like I just pressed that shit so low to where like you wouldn't have known unless somebody just brought it up, and then I just started going on the spiel. But like, nah, it wasn't no backpacks, wasn't no toy, wasn't no gear, none of that.
None of it.
I had the luxury of having people that also did it. So like we came together and it wasn't an issue.
Right.
I'm like, look at those gays over there.
That sounds like some shit that you would have done.
I definitely would have said that, and I would have saw that. I'm like, damn, I wish I could be with them. I definitely would have said
you
that.
Definitely was like, you was definitely clowning little dudes and be like, nah,
yeah. But that's the thing. Like, had you come for me, I absolutely would have had something to say about it.
We would have just had to go back and forth. But see, me, I wouldn't even been over there with y'all because I'm like, man, look at those guys, those nerds. My secret in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, I wish I could be with them.
I think for me, like I had a weird friend group. Like my friend group was like into Jay-Z. Like they was into like real, like, you know what I'm saying? They weren't into like anything like creative. So like, you know what I'm saying? Anything like that, I had to like suppress that shit, which is probably just an issue for me. I should have had better friends, but
I mean, at the time, like things weren't talked about. Things weren't, acceptable. Like bullying was allowed.
Rampant.
Like it was a different time. And so honestly, I think that like most people survived.
Yeah.
Like, that was the decision they made. And that's an understandable decision, especially under the circumstances.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had to make a business decision.
And honestly, I think that I was going to say, as Black people, we're in these United States, we're kind of taught to lean towards survival rather than ambition and all of that, because that's what history has been for a lot of the people who raised us.
Right.
Was survival and putting on a facade to advance, honestly.
Right.
Say, but ask me now. Like, I'm proud. Like, yeah, bro, I'm a nerd. What you into? Like, yeah. I ask people all the time, like, what
Right.
hobbies you in? And if they tell me their hobby is kind of on the nerd side, I might go into a little bit more. If they hit me with the, I don't know, I like to hike and read books. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Let's move on.
That's
Move
cool.
on, moving. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
don't
no,
hype Jordan?
Nah, nah. That ain't me. That ain't me.
that's
So
funny. I mean, nah, so that's a good point though. I mean, we talked about it a lot, but yeah, it's definitely always good to rehash.
This is somebody's first episode. They don't know.
Yeah.
true. True. All right, Brandon, what you got?
So I have a few. I'm trying to pick the best one. Okay. I'm black, but I like Big Bang Theory. Fuck some Big Bang
Ew.
Theory.
Really?
Yeah, bro. But I think this is what I think it is. I think it's due to we all know our job type. I deal with a lot of people like that,
That's true.
and then
That does make it funny.
yeah, so it's like it's a different level of funny, added context funny, and then I feel like it is for us people who are nerds. That's probably I'm sure there's other shows out there that are very like nerd centric, but like that show is like made for nerds. Now it's probably made for a different type of nerd. However, as close as I was gonna get at the time is when it came out. When did it come out? Like
It's
came
been out
out.
for a while.
Yeah, it went for a long time when it first came out. I love Sheldon's one of my favorite characters in TV history. The rest of them are like, and there's a few, as we've talked about before, some toxic ass characters on there. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Now some of the comedy is like lame, obviously. But for the most part, if it involves Sheldon, I'm in, which is 90% of the show. Right? So he carries that entire show. So yeah, I've always missed Big Bang Theory. I get why people don't like it. It definitely does not include folks that look like us, but you know.
I've
Jordan,
never
did
seen
you
one
ever watch
episode.
Big Bang Theory? Okay.
I didn't. I remember it would be on, and I would just immediately change it. No reason. Just
Now,
yeah.
I tried to watch
We know
Big
the
Bang
reason.
Theory, and I'm not going to say that Big Bang Theory just wasn't funny because there were things that happened that made me laugh. My issue with Big Bang Theory is that it leans into and almost only does very negative stereotypes in general. Like it doesn't,
Yeah.
like it thinks that it's smarter than it is, and it's not. It's
No, it
not.
isn't.
It's not a very smart show. It's not witty, and it's not for nerds. Like honestly, it does a disservice to nerds, in my opinion,
Yeah.
and it really only shows the tropes and negatives that are associated with being into anything or having a certain level of intelligence.
Yeah, I agree. I would agree with that. Like I feel like the people who wrote the show weren't nerds. They were the guys who probably picked on nerds in school or whatever. Because like you mentioned, like those are nerds, those type of characters are nerds, but so are we, but we live totally different lifestyle. We still have other interests. You guys are married. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, you still have a life where I feel like they depicted them as if you have any interests, any of the Xbox video, like anything, comic books, you're a loser and you will never have a girl. You would never do anything,
Yeah,
outside
like
of your job.
those were 80s nerds.
Yeah.
And I mean Penny was, pretty standard stereotypical, like pretty dumb,
That's true.
gets all of the guys she want. Like there were a lot of tropes and a lot of negative stereotypes, and that's all that show was, in my opinion. Again, I'm not saying that it wasn't funny because it had funny moments. There were funny things that happened. And I did enjoy Sheldon and his ridiculousness, but honestly, the show, it just wasn't, it was poorly done, in my opinion. If it was supposed to be for nerds, or if it was supposed to do anything positive in that direction, it failed
Right.
Dramatically, because as you said, like that's not what nerds are. Honestly, the movie 21 Jump Street,
Mm-hmm.
21 Jump Street does a really good job of handling that, in my opinion, because in 21 Jump Street, you have Channing Tatum, and in the time he grew up, like those are the kind of nerds that he would have dealt with. And then he gets to high school in a more modern time, and he's the guy that, like, he's the dumb jock that everybody makes fun of because he's dumb.
Right.
And it's like, oh, he didn't understand what was happening. He was like, what is this? Why are you doing well here?
Right.
And so I think that was really well done, because it flipped it on its head, and it gave you a better idea of what things look like now as opposed to what things used to look like. And yeah, The Big Bang Theory, I think, is just people from back then who thought, oh, this is what nerds are.
Right. No, I definitely get that. I'm definitely more of and even I love the spinoff Sheldon, just because it's more like a regular ass family and Sheldon doing his thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, I bang with Big Bang Theory, but definitely got a lot of holes in
it. Okay. I'm black, but I love Wayne Brady. I know that Dave Chappelle made it cool.
I was literally that first thing that popped in my head.
Dave Chappelle and Paul Mooney worked together to turn the black community against Wayne. But I love Wayne Brady. Wayne Brady is one of
Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady is one of the greatest talents that we have seen in a very long time. Wayne Brady can do everything. And white people love Wayne Brady because white people see that Wayne Brady's great. And black people just refuse. Black people are, nah, he's for them. And he's not. Wayne Brady is great. Wayne Brady can do everything, and people should pay more attention to Wayne Brady. A lot of people don't even know what Wayne Brady does. Like, he's just like, is he an actor? Is he a comedian? Is he a musician? Like, what is he? He's all of it. He can do everything.
He used to kill it on that skit show. What was that?
Yeah, whose line is it anyway? Yes, Wayne Brady was in there. He was the best one. Wayne Brady was in there every time Wayne Brady was on. I was like, this is going to be a good episode. Wayne Brady was freestyling in that show. And that's the thing. He was freestyle rapping, but he was also freestyle singing. And that's really impressive.
Yeah.
And just given a random topic, a random category, or they just pull a random person out of the audience and be like, hi, what's your name? Sharon. And Sharon, what do you do for a living? I'm, whatever, a dietitian. Wayne Brady had to, on the fly, come up with a song in a random genre for her.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I'm like, who doing that? Who's out here doing that? Wayne Brady's got an album from like 2004. And it's pretty good.
Probably, I was gonna say it's probably trash, huh?
No, it's pretty good.
Jordan would hate it, I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah, probably would.
But yeah, Wayne Brady can do everything.
Mooney. That's something I think is Paul Mooney when I hear Wayne Brady.
That is exactly what the community has done. And I'm here to say I love Wayne Brady.
I respect it. Because he definitely, he was for them. But even just, I think when he did that appearance, that cameo, and that appearance in Dave Chappelle's show, like that kind of changed some things for him. You know what I'm saying? To where it was like,
it showed me that Dave Chappelle does actually respect Wayne Brady.
Exactly, and his comedy kind of transfers over to a totally different audience.
Wayne Brady's hilarious.
Yeah,
he really is, but nobody knows that because Paul Mooney told you not to like Wayne Brady.
Exactly. He became a TV host, and what was he a host of?
Let's Make a Deal.
Let's Make a Deal. I actually like that show. I'm not even a game show person.
And Wayne Brady made it better. A black host will just... We saw what Steve Harvey did with Family Feud.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, you get a black host in there, that show's it will rise to the top.
To the cream of the crop.
All I'm going to say is white people love Wayne Brady because it makes Brian Gumble look like Malcolm X. Yeah.
See, that's the brainwashing.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my last one, and this is probably my most controversial one. And I mean, I'm sorry, but I have to say it. This was actually the first
Right.
one I thought of, and this is the one I had for a long time. But I'm black, but I don't like niggas. I love black people. I don't like niggas.
Niggas
And
come
y'all
in all
know,
colors.
and you know, I'm talking about too.
Niggas come in all colors.
Well, I'm talking about
Sure.
odd niggas, and I used to be one of those, and I didn't like that.
Used to.
But yeah, no, I'm different. I'm upgraded. I'm upgraded
Yeah.
now. But
Assimilated.
dude, I'm telling you, man, I get so mad when niggas is just don't know how to talk well, which is me. Sagging super hard. I don't do that no more though. Always cussing. I control myself in certain environments. And just being a nigga. A game banging all the time. I'm like, bro, come on now. There's no reason you 30 years old, you still out here game banging.
Motherfucker,
Like, there's
you
no
look
reason.
30.
Yeah, exactly. There's no reason you out here being happy because you're getting paid $12 an hour. I'm like, yo, like this is that is wild to me. That mindset is just crazy, and that's that nigga mindset. And I mean, I love black people though, but niggas, I'm telling you, make you
Yeah.
mad.
Brandon?
I get it. I get it. I mean, I don't want to. This is interesting because, like, I mean, everybody knows what it is. Like, Chris Rock did a whole thing about it.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think it's definitely. I find myself the older I get, definitely more agitated. Like, I'll go into 7-Eleven and like there's a younger cat in there, and he like
oh man,
it's like kids around. He like talking like he talking to his homies at his house. I'm just like, bruh. Actually, no, I went to Six Flags Sunday. We waited in a line, and it's these two younger girls talking. And they going, I mean, they saying everything in the book. I got Cam there. It took everything in me to be like, hey, ladies, like, y'all relax. You know what I'm saying? But like
yeah,
I was like, I don't know y'all, so I'm whatever. But yeah, little stuff like that. It's just like not like I feel like sometimes black people be like, man, I don't want to change myself, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's not really changing if you're just trying to improve certain things. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, you're not doing it for a certain person or to appease white people. You're just trying to just be a regular citizen, just be a good neighbor.
And my thing is like that story you just told, somebody actually checked me when I was a teenager, just like that. Like I remember and I might have told this story on the podcast already, but like I was in Popeyes talking crazy with my friends, and this big black dude right in front of me was like, yo, you need to watch your mouth. I got my daughter right here.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't say nothing back.
Yeah.
And I was wrong for that. Like I shouldn't have been talking like that. But I think, yeah, like you said, the older I get, is like I get agitated more. I'm like, especially I see teenagers. I'm like, come on, man. Niggas out here sagging super hard, talking crazy. Like, come on, you ain't gotta do all that. But it's like I can't blame them because they're still young, they're still trying to figure out life.
Right.
And I'm just at the point of my life where I don't got time for you. You need to go and figure out your life at the age of 10. And so, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that though, but man, niggas.
I'm somewhere in the middle because there are certain things that do bother me, that do irritate me, and a lot of it is directly related to perception. But also I have to check myself in that I don't want to be one of those pull your pants up people, because that can also, like, I don't like the pull your pants up rhetoric, because that then goes to whenever bad things happen, they were asking for it, or they were quote unquote putting themselves in that situation, or their presentation is the excuse used for the negative treatment of, and that
I'm just saying,
is a problem for me.
You see somebody, I literally just the other day at McDonald's in line waiting, I seen a dude get out the car. First of all, his girl was driving the car, and he got out the car. The car broke down or something. She was trying to fix it. He got out the car. Bro, when I tell you, you seen all he just had underwear. Like, that's literally the only thing you saw. Like, they was that low where I could almost see the bottom of his thigh. I'm like, why they got to be that low? Like, there's no reason for them to be that low.
And that's the thing. Sagging has never made sense to me. And if I know somebody well enough, I will ask them, like, hey, serious question, why are you sagging?
Yeah.
There's never really an answer.
Yeah, and I feel like it's grown as this generation, like certain generations. I don't even say all, but like now it's not even like sagging. Now it's like my belt is across my hips,
That's
Yeah.
that's,
and
that's what
like
I'm saying.
There are
Like
a lot of
that.
times, like the belt is like it's on purpose, and like the
yeah, it's on
belt
purpose.
is
It's
like
literally
like Jordan said, the belt is mid thigh, and
yeah,
that's what the goal was.
Dude, I seen
right,
I seen the top, basically the bottom of the bottom of his underwear, and like a little skin right there on his bottom of his thigh. Like, there's no reason I should be seeing all that. Like that.
right.
That is insane.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I will say that doesn't make sense. And I do want to understand it, and I do want to ask about it because, like, very seriously, like, why?
right.
Yeah.
But you know, I I will say honestly, like, there are a lot of times when it does bother me, but a lot of times it's not because it bothers me. It's because I'm like, unfortunately, people are going to see you and just immediately make assumptions.
Right.
And
Right.
whether or not those assumptions are true, there are a lot of decisions that people make on site.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. And it's not only black people. There are some
There's some
things you
white
could
niggas out
see.
here.
Yeah, I'm saying that's the thing. You could see certain characteristics or certain things that people are doing, certain ways people carry themselves, and certain ways that people speak and all that. That is, a thing that's always
Yeah.
happening. But I the reason I'm in the middle is because I'm trying to be conscious of, let me not be judgmental like everyone else, because I know that for me, in my youth, I wore really big clothes, and I
Same.
had either a fro or braids. And code switching is not something that I really had to deal with in my life, but my dad made it very clear to me that I needed to understand that people are going to see me and just decide how they feel, because anybody who talks to me is going to know what the situation is. But there are a lot of people
Right.
who aren't going to get that far. They're going to
Right.
see me and they're going to make decisions and decide that I'm dangerous or that I'm violent, that I belong to a certain, because there was a time when I couldn't wear certain colors because I would be accused of belonging to an affiliation.
Oh, I
Right.
definitely been accused of that before in
Hey,
school.
Yeah, and it's like I just wanted to wear blue today.
bro, I wore a Julius Peppers jersey to school. I used to wear a lot of jerseys. Julius Peppers jersey was black and had baby blue. And I was in the lunch line. Dude in front of me was like, "Yo, you from 60s or whatever?" He asked me. I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yo, you from such and such?" I'm like, "Nah, I like the Panthers and I like Julius Peppers." He was like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Nigga, what?" Like,
Yeah.
like
I think at a certain age, it's one of those things that I feel like people kind of need to get out of that. And it's really, honestly, like, being at the teenager stuff bothers me, but it's also like when I see people our age that's still doing it, I'm like, yo, like, what are you doing? Like,
yes,
it
But that's
blows
the
my
thing, for some
mind.
people, that's all they know, and
I
that's what
know.
life is. And
I know.
I mean, it's unfortunate, but I do my best not to be one of the judgmental people that's, doing the pull your pants up, and because that
I
leads
don't.
into the people who say, that unarmed black person was shot because of the way he was dressed.
Right.
right.
And it's like, no,
And
we don't
and
need to do that.
I guess another reason too is I have kids now, and I don't want them continuing to like see that type of stuff. And so that's probably my main reason now, is because I have kids and I don't want them to kind of be exposed to all that right now.
No, I'm the same way. I'm probably overprotective when it comes to that stuff,
I agree.
but
Same for
um,
me.
yeah, only so much you can do. But yeah, and I just
Yeah.
don't want them seeing black people, what I mean, like that. Like, what I'm saying? Obviously, black people are a bunch of different things, but not all monolith, but it's just like, we can shade from that side of it and just expose them to all the other beautiful sides of blackness. That's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, is it my turn?
Yeah. Go ahead,
Yes. Okay.
Brandon.
All right. This is my last one. I'm black, but I love nature. I love nature, bro. Like,
Bro, black people, you know what's wrong with nature?
Black
Bro,
people
you
got
just said-
enough nature in the before times.
yeah, for to give you. Jordan, you just said you didn't. It's something you said about not.
He didn't
going
like to
outside.
hike.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
like
don't like to
hiking.
hike,
I like nature. I like animals. I guess I'm a big animal person.
Okay, well,
I
there's
like it,
animals
yeah.
out there when you go hike, but
I don't do all that hiking stuff. I ain't
but
trying to
yeah,
get
I
killed.
just love like I want to go camping. I watch the Alone show. I don't think I would ever want to do the survivalist stuff, but I also am like, that'd be kind of fun to like challenge yourself to be like, all right, it's just
hell
me.
no.
I gotta figure it out. I ain't got no, I ain't got no cell phone. I ain't got
that
these
sounds
other
like
tools.
some crash dummy stuff. No, forget that.
Bro. Sometimes you gotta wing it out there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
But
gonna be out there 30 minutes. I'm like, it's hot out here. I'm ready to go.
see, that's pussy stuff. That's being a puss. But
Damn,
It was so toxic.
much, right? That
'Cause
was
it was
so
hot.
toxic.
Yo,
because you hot. Come on, bro. Like, come on,
yeah,
bro.
Ali, I can't even sweat around Brandon now.
Bro, it's hot out here.
Yeah,
bro.
it's like high school
Come on,
all over
dog.
again. Okay.
It'd be different if he
Well,
was like,
At least
I'm
he
scared
doesn't
for
use
my
an umbrella.
life. Yeah, like, come on, bro.
Ah, boy. We don't.
Yeah.
For the 5
Yeah.
people who got that reference, they're gonna be cracking
Yeah.
up.
But yeah, like I just love nature. I want to go on like more hikes and stuff. I go on hikes and stuff and trails. And trails here in Texas pretty deep, so they're pretty cool. But yeah, like I feel like more black people are getting into nature, and definitely more like and maybe it helped with the COVID era where like people was like just getting outside doing new stuff just because stuff was shut down. But yeah, I just love getting outside. I want to go camping. That's the goal. Hopefully, I'll be able to do that this year, next year. Of course, I'm gonna keep that thing.
Just get a sleeping bag, bro. Just go sleep outside. Like that's your
not
nature
camp.
right there.
That's not camp. I'm gonna keep that thing on me. That's what I'm like. I'm gonna have that thing on me. So it's like what I'm saying at all times. But yeah,
You'll be too paranoid. Mm-mm.
yeah. Like I follow a bunch of the nature accounts and stuff, especially like when there's black people like going on nature or like living out there, stuff like that. That's always really cool to me.
Absolutely not. I don't know if this is because I'm black, but like just me personally, I like air conditioning and mattresses. I don't need to go fucking camping. I don't to go out into the middle of the wild and pick berries and shit.
I'm gonna be honest,
retch into a river for some fish that I gotta build a fire to cook.
I was literally gonna say that's some white people shit.
And then sleep on the ground. No, because white people need adventure. They need something extra to make life worth living.
Let's go to a haunted house after we visit the woods in the middle of the night. Like, no, I'm good.
Bro, yeah, no. I like air conditioning and mattresses, and I will not be shamed for liking air conditioning and mattresses.
Yeah.
Brandon, I'm gonna let you know, Brandon. You're good. Again, I don't know if it's a black thing. I guess it is.
It's 1,000% a black thing.
But, I don't know about that.
But that's a big bag of hell. No, I'm not doing that.
Everybody gonna think Brandon is a bear,
bro. If we went to our job tomorrow and asked every black person we saw, camping? who would you rather go? Would you
gonna be alone?
Exactly. That's a black people thing. That's a black people thing. That's my point. But this carries on to like everything we talked about in the past when we talked about like if we're going back in time, what time would you go to? Y'all niggas was like 2022 or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Because
I'm not. I would rather go back to before time. That kind of carries over.
And your big black ass is gonna be a slave and they're glad.
Hell no, no. Fuck out of here.
You gonna step on a nail in the wild, and you ain't got no access to no medicine.
That's so soft, man. You gotta. No, bro.
That's fine. I will be soft and alive.
Yeah, you get the gangrene
enjoying the AC.
Yeah,
and enjoying all of this electricity. It's so
your
good.
Ancestors is up there going, Jesus Christ.
No, my ancestors are glad that I have this.
Yeah,
they're glad, but
my ancestors are happy for me that I don't have to camp and that I don't have to walk miles and miles in the Brandon. I'm gonna be honest. It's been hot as fuck lately.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He over called me a pussy for.
And I'm over
saying
here
the
with
house.
Jordan. No, like I don't want to be. Why? Why do I want that? I have no desire.
No one said we're going out in the 1,000-degree weather and camping. I'm saying we're gonna go somewhere where it's suitable.
Where you gonna avoid the sun?
I'm saying, bro, people don't camp in Texas. Like people don't camp in the summer in Texas. People go, wait, or they go up to whatever those states, Montana, Wyoming, all those places.
I don't need to take a journey to go camp.
That sounds like some Lord of the Rings stuff. Like I'm supposed to deliver a quest.
That's not fun.
This is why I said it. Said my statement. Y'all are proving me great.
Yeah, that's crazy.
For me. I don't. Again, I don't know if it's a black. There are probably some
nigga
who don't. Camp,
it's a black thing.
No, yeah,
I've never been like
black people.
Oh, Keisha and then went out camping. That's cool.
Bro, that was kind of toxic too. Why they gotta be Keisha? Like
super toxic.
You picked a real black name.
What is that? How's that toxic?
I'm surprised you wouldn't be like Shaniqua wants to go camping. Like
no, I'm saying like I've never seen any of my black friends who have a family be like, we went camping this weekend. No, that's not happening. But guess what?
My wife does like nature, and my wife has asked me about camping, and I told her I'm not doing it. And she keeps trying to convince me. She's like, well, what about glamping? What about if we get an RV? No, I don't need it. I am good in my home.
Yeah. We can go in the backyard. We can do it in the backyard.
Yeah, like, I don't need to do that shit. That's not for me. There are people who just aren't about it, and I'm one of them.
Which one do it for the rain?
I imagine.
Nigga, that's why you have a camp.
That's why I brought an umbrella, Jordan.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah. Your tough ass gonna be sitting there in the rain, no camp, no tent. Like, nah, tent, I'm gay if I have a tent.
Yeah, you just gonna get pneumonia.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, like the 5 people who got that reference are going to be laughing.
Yeah. For doing, you probably shouldn't camp because you too toxic. You be like, nah, that's too soft. I can't have that with me. I can't bring that. That's too soft.
Yeah, I gotta sleep on top of a rock. Like that. That's a real man.
Can't go outside because it's too hot, boy.
It be hot, Brandon.
Contradictory.
It be hot out there.
Hey man, shout out to all the folks out there who love nature. Shout out to y'all. I relate to y'all.
Again,
all three black people.
Yeah, please go camping. Be great. Yeah, my wife gonna have to make peace with the fact that I'm not doing it. Okay. Well, I'm black, but I don't use a washcloth.
Ooh. Oh, actually, I converted over about 4 or 5 years ago. Before that, I didn't. But then I got shamed into it. And actually, it wasn't too bad. Like I was like, oh, okay, I get the point. But yeah,
I grew up on a washcloth, and the reason I actually stopped using one.
Spenser, can you introduce it for those that are not
for the people who are not?
Yeah.
Okay, so
people who don't clean their legs.
That's okay. That's a different thing. But generally speaking, I actually learned this watching a show, and then I like went into the wild and confirmed, and I was like, oh, it's a thing. Yeah. So I was watching a show called The Neighborhood, and it's a black family and a white family who live next door to each other. And the black family said, hey, you need to take a shower. Here's a washcloth. And the white family was like, why do I need that? And she was like, I don't know any. Do all black people use washcloths? And she said, do white people not use washcloths? And she was like, well, I don't know any black people who don't. And she said, well, I don't know any white people who do. And so I learned that day that white people don't use washcloths, according to the stereotype, and that black people do. Now, I grew up on a washcloth. That is how I learned to clean myself. And then whenever I wanted to wash my face, I was like, nah,
Yeah, no,
I'm
not
not.
the same. Yeah,
Nah.
no. You do
And
that, no, you wilding.
yeah, and so I was like, okay, my washcloth will be for my face, and I'll just use the soap for myself. And it worked perfectly. Now, I think that that is very specifically for if you are using liquid soap or if you have a bar that is yours and yours alone.
Yeah.
If you share a bar of soap,
Ew.
you need a middleman.
Yeah,
But if that's only your soap, and that's the reason I don't use a washcloth, is because that's my soap and my soap alone. I'm the only one who uses my soap. My wife has her own soap. Our soaps are different colors. We don't mix soaps. And
I would
so
say I'm kind of like you. Like I grew up on washcloths, but no, I don't use them now.
yeah, so I will use just the bar on myself, and then I will use the shower gel or the body wash after, and I just use my hand, get a little couple fingers and get it going. For the record, I also learned that there are a lot of people who don't wash their legs. They just let the soap from the upper body
That
run
right
down.
there, that is disgusting to me.
That was
Yeah.
news for me. I didn't know
I'm-
that was a thing.
Hey man, not gonna hold you.
You better not.
You're a liar.
I'm not gonna
You're a
hold you. I
liar.
did that for the
You-
longest time.
Oh my god.
Okay,
For the longest
you were
time.
young and stupid. That's fine.
Well,
Bro, he was 23.
We're pushing.
Oh yeah, how long
college.
are we talking?
I might have graduated honestly, and then after that, I started because I actually bought like a brush to like get back, and then I get like legs and stuff.
See,
Stuff
and
now,
that's
but
another
yeah,
thing. Like I can reach my whole back. Like I know
Gotcha.
most people cannot, but
right.
I can reach. Like I can touch
I
every
got
part
one
of
of
my
those
back.
things I do like that.
Yeah, same.
And so I require no buffer, no middleman. Like I don't need any of it. I just use the bar, and
Yeah.
then I just use shower gel in my hand.
Yeah.
But I know
but
that
used
there are a lot of people who
Brandon, the
bad
fact that
right
you
now.
just
But Brandon,
the fact that
I didn't know.
Brandon's so used
I didn't know
to-
you were one of those. Brandon, you should know better.
Well, I mean, you know, he went to Edmond. That's what it is.
First of all, I went to Edmond for 2 years of my life. Let's get that correct.
Yeah.
Secondly,
he
I
Were
grew up
you
on
out
the
there.
West
washing
Side.
your legs in those 2 years, Brandon? Because it doesn't sound like you were.
I grew
He
up on the
wasn't.
northwest side of the town. I didn't wash my legs there.
The
Didn't wash
PCs,
my
okay.
legs. Yeah, but like it was just like it wasn't even thinking. Like I'm like washing, and I'm like my shins. No, I'm straight. Like we good.
Them
I just
hoes
keep it
was
moving.
stinky back then.
Probably so. 'Cause, you put lotion, all kind of random shit on there. But then,
Oh
but
my
then-
god. I didn't even think about that. You put lotion on and you ain't wash your leg in like 2 weeks. Oh
yeah,
man.
bro. It was,
So you're locking the dirt in.
Yeah. Oh my
yeah,
God.
bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I did that for a while. I'm gonna be honest. But then, yeah, I was awakened, and good
That
now.
is great.
But I will say, putting the body wash in the hand. The only thing I didn't like about that is I was wasting a ton of body wash. Like I put body wash in my hand, you rub together, start going to work, and then some would fall off your hand, whatever. I'm just like, I'll just put it on the
a little sponge.
I'll put it on the well. I use the wash rag. I use the wash rag to this day, but
See,
that way I'm not wasting anything.
I put what I need in my hand, and like I put what I need in my left hand, and then I take my right hand, pull just a little bit out, and execute. So none is being wasted.
Well, I
Bro,
mean,
that
like
sounds
even in
crazy as
the
hell.
yeah, I know. Even in like the washing, I'm saying stuff is like it'll like what I mean,
Yeah,
if it's in
I
your
get it.
hand, yeah, it's like falling on the shower floor. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
I guess I've mastered it because I don't have that problem.
see, yeah,
And
I was having
now they make the kinds with the pump. So you could you just do as many pumps as you need. So I'll just do one pump, get what I need, and then when I need more, I do another pump. But yeah, before, I'd pour what I needed in my left hand, right hand, section it off pretty much. And
department. I see.
And then by the end, whenever I had just enough, then I would rub the hands together and hit the armpits and stuff.
Yeah,
With the areas that the right hand can't reach.
Got you. Yeah, I use the wash rag. but and then I use a little brush too.
I might go back to a wash rag just to see how it is. 'Cause, yeah, I used to do one as a kid. It's been a while. I might try it out one of these days.
It's nice, and if you feel, well, at least for me, I feel cleaner when I do that. But I mean, I've never had issues either one. So
yeah.
See, and I don't, and my wife actually pretty recently asked me to do something that like solves the initial problem that I had. Because again, I was like, I'm not using body and face and
that part. I use my hands for my face, but
Yeah, same.
But yeah, she asked me to buy her like a separate set of washcloths so that she would have some for like her body and then some for specific parts.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That way there's separation.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. That makes sense.
And then sometimes she'll use a loofah or whatever. So like she's got a lot of items. She has exfoliating gloves. Like she can
I
change it up.
usually use a loofah, but then I was like, bro, you got to change that thing out quite a bit. I'm like, I'm good. Good. That's all. Almost. If you don't change it out enough, it becomes unsanitary.
It starts falling apart.
Yeah, I was just like, no thanks. No thanks.
Yeah. Y'all got any other ones?
I have a couple more that are like standard.
I thought of one as you guys were talking, and I mean we ain't got to spend a lot of time on it, but I want to throw it out there. And I don't always wash my chicken first before I fry it up or grill it or anything. And that's been a big controversial thing in the Black community. Wash your chicken first. For me, I don't do it anymore. I stopped.
Okay.
I've heard you're not supposed to.
Yeah, because all the heat kills all the germs.
Yeah, but here's my thing. I need to wrench factory off. I don't know what happened in that factory, and I need to wrench off any of the factory that's still on my chicken.
Yeah, give me an asterisk because it depends what it looked like. Now, if it's dripping, I'm rinsing that thing off. And if I gotta like cut any fat off, then I'll rinse it off. But if it looks good, no fat or anything like that, like straight fresh, like I won't clean it off.
Makes sense. I got a few. I'll just run them off. I'm Black, but I eat Popeye's chicken, Popeye's biscuits dry. So
Damn.
Yeah. Some people are like,
I gotta have
water.
I gotta have jelly on that thing.
Yeah, I know. Most Black people are like you gotta have a condiment. You gotta have something.
Strawberry jelly is. I'm not eating it if I ain't got strawberry jelly.
Yeah, you gotta have honey and water.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can eat that thing dry. I'm Black, but I like dogs. I don't know if that's what I mean.
No, because I know some Black people that are like full dog parents. Like
I will say this:
will spend money to have surgery on their dog, and I'm like, I'm one of the people that's like, nah.
See, this is what I'm saying. I feel like Spenser is like every Black person I know personally, for the most part.
You.
Like my mom will kill a dog in a hot second and not think twice about it.
Hell no!
Would not think twice about it. But I'm saying, like my mom, if she was threatened at the dog could be nice, just walking up, having a nice one to greet her, she will end that thing's life. Just just out of just fear. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole family is just fear. So like, but I will say, when I came to Texas, bro, Black people be walking their dogs I see Black people with dogs every day. In Oklahoma, never saw it.
That's me. I'm with my dog. We OGs.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm under the impression, I don't know if this is true, but I'm under the impression that Black people, generally speaking, didn't like dogs for the same reason Black people didn't swim. There's historical reasons, and there are a lot of Black people who have scars that were given to them by dogs specifically. So I think that there's some historical trauma as far as why a lot of Black people don't like dogs.
Definitely got chased by a bang of dogs as a kid.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's the case, but I assume that's the case. But no, I know I have a friend who does a birthday party for her dog.
See, and I feel like is she younger? She younger than
you?
Really?
Yeah, she's your age.
Really? So most people I know that are younger than me, Black people, dog owners, they're one of those, like dog birthday parties, dog daycares, all that shit. Whereas people my age older, nah, bro, they're not. At least
we
You know what I
know
mean?
our dog's birthday, but we don't like celebrate or anything like that. Like we might buy him like a new dog toy or something, but
Yeah,
we don't buy the cupcake and we don't throw a big
Invite
party
other
or
dogs
anything.
over uh
Yeah,
to have a play date, and
yeah.
nah.
yeah.
I will say one of my favorite accounts on Instagram is it Black People Pets, Black People and Pets. I forgot what the Instagram thing is, but it's one of my favorite accounts because it shows Black people like with their dogs, with their whatever pets they may have. It's really cool
Yeah.
to see. But yeah, I feel like at least in my family, nobody is a dog owner like that. I want to be a dog owner, hopefully soon. But yeah, I feel like I haven't seen that. I will say I'm Black, but John Mayer is one of my favorite artists ever. Just because
Okay.
guitar is my favorite instrument, so he's one of the best guitar
Does
players
he
of all
do
time.
King of Wishful Thinking? No,
I
maybe
don't think
not.
so.
I would
Well,
say
shit, he might.
that's the only song I think I know from John Mayer. Oh no,
Uh,
Dreaming with a Broken Heart. That's the only song I know. When
oh,
you're
I think.
dreaming with a broken,
Oh
ain't
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
Ain't that
That's
John
him.
Mayer?
Yeah.
That's the only song I know.
Yeah, no, he got some bangers. I went to his concert. It was last year,
Oh
two
my
years
god, he
ago.
went to a concert.
Yeah, it was fire.
Yeah,
That was my first concert.
yeah.
It was fun. It was a good time.
I think
Uh,
I was gonna say I think Neon is my favorite John Mayer song, but
yeah, Neon,
Never,
bro.
never heard it.
But Vulture, the boy got bangers. But yeah, I
Never
love
heard
the
it.
guitar. So like
maybe
anybody's good at
Belief.
that, I run with it.
Belief might do.
Uh,
I don't know. It's either Neon or Belief.
yeah.
John Mayer, I saw an episode of Family Guy where Fred Savage was like playing a bunch of people in real life
Mhm.
to satisfy his acting need. I really thought that John Mayer was a character that Johnny Depp came up with to like be in real life to satisfy
Yeah.
his need to act, because I didn't know
That's
what Johnny Depp really looked like.
right. Yeah.
So I thought that John Mayer was a Johnny Depp character for a long time.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, John Mayer, he's worked with a ton of like hip hop. You worked with Kanye on his second album,
Dave,
third album.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle. Like he's
I've just
he's
seen that
tapped into the
he's
culture.
been doing some Taylor Swift stuff. That's what
Yeah,
I've
he used
seen.
to. Yeah, he used to be with her for a little bit. Of course, she wrote about him, like she does with every man she's ever encountered.
Yep.
Bro,
Uh,
you better calm down for them fans come after us.
Swifties come at me. I want the smoke. She's overrated, but
Brandon want that smoke. I don't want none of that smoke.
I have argued with people about this all the time. But anyways, yeah, John Mayer is probably one of my favorites. Sting is one of my favorites. Also, kind of same thing. That's kind of my main ones. I mean, you know, the basic. I'm Black, but I hate watermelons. That's kind of that's a trope, but
Oh,
I'm not a water.
do you really hate watermelon?
Hate is a strong word. Watermelons are not nasty because to me they have no flavor. So it's like you can't hate
That's
something that
wild.
It
has
sounded
no
like you
flavor.
had a good watermelon.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me.
It's just
You
water to
wild.
me. It's just water.
Watermelon. If you get a good water, because a bad watermelon can ruin the day, but a
watermelon.
good watermelon is that's good stuff. I will say in that same vein, I'm Black, but I hate grape flavored stuff.
You know, I didn't know that was a
fan.
trope until I was back when I was coaching. Somebody, white guy, told me, man, he was like, one of my cousins was making like a racist joke about grape soda, and I was like, I don't understand the connection. Is that like a trope that Black people? He was like, well, he said that Black people love grape soda. I'm like, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that was like a trope or a racist trope. I didn't know that.
That is a thing. It usually at least in my head, the combo is fried chicken, watermelon, grape drink.
Yeah, same. I'm not big on grape like that though either.
I don't like
it's
grape
cool,
flavor
but
anything. Like I like grapes and I like grape juice, but like that artificial grape flavor, it's disgusting to me. I don't
That's
like
how my
artificial
daughter is.
cherry either, but
I'm not a cherry person either.
cherry is less the thing. And I have never had chitlins, and I won't.
Same. My grandma makes them and they be having the house funky as hell. But
yeah, I like hog mogs better than chitlins, but
never had them.
Yeah, say same. Never done that.
Yeah, pretty good. Hot sauce, mustard, pretty good.
Nah. And this is one that is probably shameful. I'm black, but I've never seen The Color Purple all the way through.
Wow.
I'll be honest, I'm right there. I'm right there with you.
Jordan, I know Jordan's.
I've seen it in
There's women in
pieces,
it.
and like I know like kind of what happens. Wow.
It's
I
about
know.
women, so
Bro, Brennan is like super toxic this episode. Like,
I'm not toxic. I just know Jordan. Jordan's not watching a movie that has women in it. We know that.
Bro, this is wild. I've seen all these women movies. I've seen Shut It All, Black Widow, you know, all the classics.
Black
The
Widow. That was your
That's the
reference
list.
to Black Widow. All right.
That's the list. Yeah. Okay.
I'm right there with you though, Spencer. I'd never seen all the way through. I've only seen bits and pieces of it.
It was my mom's favorite movie, so I've watched it a million times. It's a good movie. Whoopi Goldberg, probably one of the more underrated actors of all time, but it was really good. I think they're doing a remake of it, of course. But,
of course. Yeah, I have not seen it all the way through, but I've seen pieces of it. I know the iconic parts, but yeah, I've never sat down and watched it. And honestly, I don't know that I need to. Like, I think I'm okay.
I will say it's not as bad as a lot of these, old, that time type of movies.
Yeah.
It's kind of a little more, I ain't gonna say empowering is the wrong word, but it's like, what I mean? It's more us in it, and it ain't a bunch of us getting whipped and all that, stupid shit. But Oprah's really good at it. It's a bunch of great actors in it. But
also they are. Yeah, you're right. They're remaking it. It's a musical drama, comes out in December, Christmas Day.
Yeah, because it was a play originally, I believe. And they made the movie.
It's pretty star-studded too.
Yeah,
that sounds like it would be.
Steven Spielberg directed the movie, the original.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back on it. He's producer for this one, and Quincy Jones and Oprah.
This is one of my main things about people be like, "Oh, it's a black movie, gotta have a black producer, black director." I'm like, no, not always. Steven Spielberg killed it with Color Purple, one of the biggest movies of that era. Like,
I think that black people need to be involved.
True.
Black people don't necessarily have to be the director, but black people need to be involved, consulted, and like around, because what often ends up happening is stuff doesn't go well, or stuff is wrong, or there are a lot of things that can come with black people, stories being written about or for black people, and there are no black people in the room. So long as there's somebody around, then I'm good. But yeah, I would agree. I don't think it necessarily has to be like 100% black staff.
Because there's some shows I'm like, we could have like Luke Cage. I believe it was directed by a black person. I'm not sure, but I'm like, we could have leaned off of that a little bit. It would have been just fine. But yeah, Color Purple, good movie. But yeah, if you haven't, it's old.
And Quincy Jones, like, knocking on 90.
Yeah, it's pretty old.
Like, I don't know if he's still actively doing stuff, but
he is 90. I just looked at I just put him up. He is 90.
Yeah,
that man was born in 1933.
Yeah,
Prohibition days. Jeez.
Yeah, like that's depression.
Yeah,
that's pre-World War II.
Yeah,
like that is. Yeah, that's a very long time ago.
But yeah, that's one of them. Like, you watch and you like, damn, movies just hit different back then. But then also, it's a lot of dialogue is from that time. So
yeah.
But yeah, those are mine. Jordan, you got anything else?
No, that's it for me. Like I said, this was tough for me to come up with, and I made it. And hopefully we didn't offend too many people in our black community. Hopefully we still hang on to our black card a little bit.
Yeah,
I think we get to keep them.
Yeah,
okay. I don't know.
Good.
Brandon's legs comment. We might need to discuss his a little.
Might need to have a meeting.
About what?
Black delegation together about you not washing your legs for a number of years.
Bro,
like the first
so much
27 years of your life.
Transgression type stuff that Jordan alone has said. Yeah,
I don't know. Nothing I said was like compared to that leg washing comment. That is wild,
bro. If you ask most people,
I was good and grown before I even knew that was a thing that people did.
Same.
Bro, I just
'Cause
wasn't in there like
I
gotta
just
get them
assumed that
shins.
people wash their entire body in the shower. That's what the
that's what I
shower's
thought.
for.
That's what I
I just
thought.
assumed that. But
That's what we get for assuming. People out here, not doing it.
Nah.
So, well, everyone, hope you liked that episode. You can let us know in our Facebook group at the League of Melanated Gentlemen podcast. Let us know on Twitter. Don't forget to rate, and review us, and check out all our other podcasts that we have on our feed. So, yeah, we're never duplicated.
Always appreciate it.
And forever melanated.